Hello everyone, I'm glad to be joined today by Jeff Boyer, Vice Provost for Assessment and Strategic Initiatives, to share an update on our strategic planning process and where we're headed next. Before my arrival and in the early stages of this transition, the decision was made to rethink the timeline so that we could be more thoughtful about how we gather input. This summer and into the fall, we will be listening and learning from a wide group of stakeholders. This conversation will set us up to move ahead together as one NDSU. Jeff, let's start with where we are now. How has the timeline been updated, and what should people expect as we move forward?
Well, as you mentioned, we did delay. You know, over the last 6 months, we've had some leadership transitions, and so we pushed back our timeline. And the important piece of that timeline is our information gathering process. So we did delay that, but now we have it scheduled to coincide with the start of a new semester, as well as with the trips that you'll be making around the state this summer. We'll have a lot of opportunity to collect information from all of our internal and external partners. In fact, as you're making your trips around the state this summer, we'll have a QR code available that'll link directly to an online form where anyone that wants to contribute to the future of NDSU can provide their perspective. In addition, at the beginning of the fall term, we've got several discovery sessions scheduled with our partner, the University Design Institute. And those are going to be sessions that are designed for students, for our employees, as well as our donors, alumni, government, business, and community partners to provide perspective. So we're trying to create lots of opportunity to get insight from all of the areas that we impact across the state.
You know, I talked about moving forward as one NDSU. How does this process help to strengthen that alignment across campus, extension, business, community, also alumni and supporters, and elected leaders?
I think the key area there is this idea of getting all of these perspectives. So all of those groups that you mentioned, we need to hear their perspectives so that we can look for trends and patterns that help us with alignment as we look to advance NDSU into the future.
A plan like this only works if people see themselves in it. How are we encouraging meaningful engagement and making sure voices are heard?
The key area there is to make sure that we have lots of opportunity for engagement. And so there will certainly be opportunities for folks to participate in our discovery sessions, which will be in person as well as remote, but also anyone who wants to contribute to advancing NDSU can fill out that online survey to give us their perspective on how we can move forward as one NDSU.
So how will this process ensure that the plan leads to real action and creates a one NDSU vision?
So I think this process will create the opportunity for that, but it really is up to us actually to as representatives of this university and across the state to really focus on what are the actions. Once we have identified our key priorities and strategies for moving forward, it's going to be up to all of us to identify those actions that we need to take in the near term, the midterm, and the long term to ensure that we're all contributing to those strategies and advancing that one NDSU vision.
Thank you, Jeff. This is an important moment for NDSU. We have an opportunity to align our efforts, strengthen our impact, and move forward with a shared sense of purpose. I encourage each of you to take part in this process. Your perspectives matter, and your engagement will help us shape where we go next. When we approach this work together, we build something stronger for our students, our state, and our future. To keep up to date, please continue to visit ndsu.edu/strategic plan. Thank you for all you do for NDSU. And as we always say, go Bison!